What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is I Bring Life, also known as Shelty. Wonderful. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name's Squash. The map is Alfheim. And this is game number 3 of these 3-game series. The winner takes it all for glory, for Sparta. Well, and if it's for Squash, it's for Sparta, but for Shelty, it's more for Niflheim or for I don't even know. Anyways, Loki, the third Norse god. The third Norse god. Loki is Loki's a bit of one of those gods that you play when you feel like having a good old gamble. It's a kind of god you're like, I'm putting it all on red, and then maybe you win, maybe you lose, but you put it all on red by picking Loki, and that's not necessarily simply just because of the god, the myth unit spawn mechanic. That's it's more about the map, really, and the coin flip that you're taking is certain maps Loki is not very good at. Certain maps Loki is very, very good at. So we'll see if this is one of those maps here or not. And as we take a good look here, we do see there's some good hunt here actually in the corner of the map here. It's pretty good for pretty good. Just nice and yes, good. Yeah, good hunt here for yes, good. But he's going the wrong way. Now, what have I got? Now, chat, here's a question for you guys. What have I told you is vitally important to do when you're playing serious Age of Mythology in the start of the game? I'm going to give you until this number here reaches 3. That is 2:30 for you playing at home. You've got 10 seconds. Quick. Vitally important. Boom! You're too late. You all lose. Leo Six Nation gets it first. You cow scout. Scouting this area with your Ulfsark is a mistake. Don't do it. And you would have found this hunt over here and you would have been a happy Loki player. Now, instead of being a happy Loki player, you're a miserable Loki player because you're eating this really lean meat. The chicken are not... they're not the best for you. They don't fill you up and make you hearty and strong. Even if you cook them on the campfire, it's still just not as good as some prime elk, you know? Anyways, that's life. And meanwhile, Squash has found his hunt and he's actually putting a forward temple up. This is wild. Is he going for another... Well, it's obviously Athena because he's Zeus. It's not a bad idea. Zeus kind of only has Athena as an option against Loki. Going for Hermes is kind of a little bit of a risk because you kind of need the restoration to win in the classical age. And the going Hermes, you're basically just saying, well, I can't do anything and I'm going to try and stop you flaming weapons, but it's not going to work and I'm going to be sad. We do see a pair of golden lions here, though. That's a relic. I don't mind this relic here. You get 2 golden lions every 60 seconds when both are killed. That's real good. It's real good. And my God, Squash is also going to have this hunt and this hunt up here for himself because Shelty hasn't scouted it at all. And we'll see the military academies coming up fairly soon for Squash. You have to think Athena is on the way. And Shelty is also going through Forseti a little bit faster. So we'll see what he can do. But no wall segments up just yet for Shelty. It's not... Oh, he's got a couple actually, so it's totally fine. He's not too late. Got to delete those base ones. Yep, good. And then the way you play this here, I like this temple placement. Probably would have preferred it to be attached to the town center rather than attached to the tower. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And the way you want to play this one is you want your houses to be nice and safe because you don't want to lose your houses at all. So right next to the town center. Longhouses right next to the town center. Everything right next to the town center. You pulled walls to defend against your gold mines and everything like that. And you're in a good position there to defend against the Athena rush. However, I don't think we're seeing that just yet. There's some villagers moving forward here for Squash. Forseti comes through for Shelty. And the villagers are about to throw the military academies down. There's one. Where's the second one? There's two. Minotaur coming down, coming through, doing his stuff. And why are you moving forward? Odysseus should be on the way as well. And this is going to be a brutal push in here. We already see some nice walls. This longhouse here, this house here as well is giving... This is giving Squash an avenue to attack. It's going to be dangerous. I think the house is in range of town center, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. Going for this sentry tower is not going to do all too much. We see another military academy coming through for Squash. And honestly, because because Shelty isn't gathering Hunt here, Squash can just go for an all-in on the town center. If he doesn't sacrifice any units here, and the wall segments aren't actually completely surrounding the sentry tower, you can just mass units back here, and then in about 8 minutes and 30 seconds, just hit the town center. What's the unit train time for hoplites? Yeah, it's like 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 15 seconds. So you're making 4 a minute, right? So 8 a minute off 2 military academies. In 2 minutes, you're going to have 16 hoplite. It's more than enough to take down a town center with restoration. The Toxotes can take down the Hersa, and you just make a push through with everything there. It can work very, very well, and there's no need to go for a crazy push onto this gold mine. We'll see what he does choose. He's also got the Catastropus to distract against the tower for a little bit as well. And we'll see. And Squat's actually a little bit short on food for some reason. Not sure why. We do see the units moving up onto this location. You're going to be pushing the villagers back here. I see some raiding cavalry looking to hit some raids, but Shelty's got no idea where Squash's villagers are, and those raiding cavalry finding anything is going to be a big difficulty, to say the very least. And also, Squash's building placement's very good already, and his villagers can probably just turn around and fight those 4 pretty easily. It's good. And here we go. We've got Squash still not deciding to move forward. Obviously, like I said, he doesn't have to move in just yet, but he might want to go for this watchtower while he has a chance. However many units can get onto it, it's just 2 at this point, but I don't think it's a bad idea to take this watchtower out, move back, and then he's opening up the town center for an all-in. Now the troll getting taken down as well. That's huge. We do see some raids now onto this location. The villagers able to repel that somewhat. We are seeing the Squash decide. He's kind of overstepping here. He's throwing away some units. It's not exactly what you want to do here. As Shelty has 70 population and Squash is only 69 population here at the moment. And the villagers throwing up a house here before going to be making their way over to the final amount of Shelty's hunt here. He's going after this watchtower. Not a bad idea. He can open this location up now. Shelty's got nothing to defend this either. This gold mine's only got 400 gold left in it, which is probably the more pressing issue. So Squash probably doesn't even need to do anything. He can just start putting walls up everywhere and preventing any gold mines from being grabbed. We do see the Hersa are out with Hall of Thanes, though. He's going to be looking for some pickoffs. But the units just get trained into the military academies for this point in the game. Does not want them to pop out and just die to the Hersa. Hersa attempting to get some myth unit spawns, get some value, get some resources. Military academy only gives 4.32 favor. So, I mean, buildings only give a little bit of favor because they have so much HP. So you divide the 4.32 by 1200 to get how much favor per HP. I'm not going to do that because I can't do that. And then you would times it by 8 for every attack that it does, or whatever. And that's how you work out how much favor you're getting per second a Hersa is on those buildings. And it's not that much, but if you get it up, it's good. And now Squash still moving around. We still don't see the medium infantry, but he very easily can just make the attack now onto this town center. We'll see. He's going for it. He's got 13 hoplites here. The Jason is getting targeted down. You got to get that Odysseus onto the troll, and that's going to happen as well. The Hersa have found villagers over here, but that doesn't matter at this point as the town center will be going down. We still don't see any restoration just yet. Doesn't want to overcommit to it, but the town center focused down a Catascopus here. No units falling. Finally, we see some hoplites falling, but the town center will go down. The villagers making a dart for it. We see one Einherjar spawn here for Shelty as the Toxotes are trying to take down the Hersa here. The throwing axeman going after the hoplite. Restoration as the town center falls. Finally, Einherjar spawn for Shelty here, and Shelty is attempting to fight this one out here. The Odysseus is going to be able to take down the Einherjar. A bunch of Hersa coming in onto the back of Squash's army here, but there's still so many units here for Squash. 82 population to Shelty's 75 population. A lot of favor in the bank, making some trolls here, but there's really next to no goal. We are making some throwing axemen as well, but no more Hersa. It's looking like the army of Squash is dwindling here as somehow Shelty is managing to push Shelty. I can't speak. Shelty is managing to push Squash back at this point in the game. However, there is no town center left. 53 population for Shelty to Squash's 68 population. But there's more units coming in. Odysseus is still alive with a bunch of HP here. And Shelty in the 10th minute does decide to tap out. GG. Well played by Squash. And managing to destroy Shelty in this game. Nice play indeed. And I actually think had Shelty managed to do the smart thing here in the start of the game, Cal scout the back like a smart man, Ulfsock scout the front like a smart man, find these elk, and you basically send the Ulfsock, say the Ulfsock spawns here, you can send it out this way and go all the way across your map here to this corner before you come back. And you will be able to do all of that and be totally fine. The Cow Scout all back here, and maybe even over on this side as well, so you don't even have to scout that. And you'd be able to get this hunt at the very least. And he may be able to get out enough Hersa fast enough to defend against this. Because, to be fair, without this hunt, without this hunt here, I feel like Squash would have struggled to produce this amount of hoplites. So, pretty close game. Well played by Squash. Nonetheless, wins it 2-1. GG. And if you enjoy this game, please hit the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.